Hello, everyone. Welcome to Aptera Owners Club. This is the monthly kind of stock market rundown of EV and Aptera related stocks. It's been a rough 2022 for stocks overall. Here's the S&P 500. For the year, it's up 15%, which is really good. But we were doing really good until the new year, and then it's been a pretty steady downhill since January 1st of 2022. If you look at Tesla, the biggest name in EVs, you'll notice this is a pretty consistent trend in all the EV stocks, like we mentioned last time. The peak of the EV interest was around November of last year, and there's been a fairly steady decline. Tesla is still up 30% over the year. Here's Lordstown. Lordstown is down 90% over the year. Lordstown, as you know, is the electric truck manufacturer startup. They're making a truck called the Endurance. They are also using Alafe hub motors in their truck. They have not delivered a truck yet. Their market cap is 600,000. You can see here they were around $20 a share. Now they're down at a little over $2 a share. They've been having a lot of problems. Yeah, GM, which was a major partner, dumped all the stock in Lordstown recently, and they are now saying that they hope to deliver 500 trucks by the end of this year, which is way less than they said initially they would deliver, and they're hoping to deliver 3,000 by the end of next year. So that is 3,000 total vehicles over a 2-year span is what they are hoping to do, and many analysts and people think that they're not even going to make that. They've also tried to partner with Foxconn to manage their manufacturing for them. That has not been finalized. And the other interesting thing about Lordstown is Fisker, which makes the Ocean. They have some new car which they're calling the Pear. No one has seen a picture of it. We know almost nothing about it other than very basic specs and a kind of a rough ballpark pricing scheme. It seems to be fairly affordable, but you can put down a reservation on this Fisker Pear without ever seeing the vehicle or knowing much about it at all. I don't know why anyone would do that. But Lordstown, the manufacturing plant, and by Lordstown, in conjunction with Foxconn, is supposed to manufacture the Pear for Fisker. But anyway, Lordstown is not doing well, and I don't think they will do well unless they deliver this vehicle and it turns out to perform well. They tried to enter their truck into this Baja off-road racing. It did not make it. Was not a good look for them. Here's Fisker. Fisker is down about 60% from year to year. And again, you see in November was the peak, and now they're down quite a bit from the peak. Probably lost over 60% since the peak there. And their market cap is actually $3.5 billion, which is still impressive for a company that has never delivered a car. Um, uh, and then here's Sono. This is they make the other solar electric vehicle. This is that I think German or a Dutch company. They IPO'd here at about $40 a share, and now they're sitting at about a little under $5 a share. So they are not doing well at all. And so we will see if they actually do deliver a car, what they if it rebounds. I think it will. Obviously, if they deliver a car, I think this will rebound quite a bit. Their market cap is only $300 million, which is quite a bit below than the current valuation of Aptera in pre-market valuation of their investor stocks. So if Aptera does what Sono does, then we are essentially losing money right now if you invest in Aptera. Right now, Lucid is down about 6% on the year, but you see they had this big run up in November, and they were hanging around almost at like almost $60, and now they're at under 30. So they've lost over 50% of their valuation since their peak. They're still valued at a ridiculous $40 billion market cap, which I think rivals many of the big manufacturers. They've been having lots of problems. They've had to recall a lot of their cars, and they've lowered their production target to about 12,000 cars, which is a good amount. But their they are hoping to deliver 12,000 cars this year. They had said that they plan on delivering 20,000 cars, so it's almost half of their delivery. and they came up short. They delivered 125 of the Air sedans in the final quarter of last year when they had planned on shipping 500. So production is very, very hard. So they're having problems. Archimoto, they make that fun utility vehicle. We recently did a video on them. You see that they opened their new plant, and there has been a little bump up in their price from about $5 a share to now currently almost $7 a share. So if they start delivering vehicles, I think they have some use potentials in delivery vehicles and that first responder vehicles. I think they have some interesting things, and kind of as like a fun rental vehicle for tourists and stuff. So they do have some use case scenario for their vehicle, and I think if they can sort out their production and make their production a little leaner and more efficient, and they have their profit margin goes up, they should do okay. Rivian, again, this stock has been hammered. They were up at like 160, 170, okay, 172 back in November. That's the apex of all the EV stocks. Now they're sitting at like 60, so they've lost, I don't know, 70, 80%. It's not good. Rivian is increasing the price of their vehicles by 20%. That is a huge price jump due to all the inflation and supply chain issues. And they're having lots of problems producing, and they have not been able to reach their production numbers. So they have a backlog of 70,000 pickups and SUVs that are on pre-order. They have not been able to deliver many of them. I think they've delivered maybe 1,000 cars, maybe a little more. So Electromechanica Solo, they're down about 70% on the year. They're sitting around about a little under $2 a share. Honestly, I think this company is going to die. Their vehicle doesn't have... It's just not that attractive, honestly. I don't know what the use case scenario for it is. It's too expensive. Their market cap is $230 million. I mean, I hope they survive, but I don't really... why would anyone buy this when they could buy an Aptera? I don't understand what the use case of that is. Canoo has that very interesting modular sort of vehicle. They're down about 55% on the year. You can see, again, their peak was in November. They were around 13, and now they're down at like 5. So they've lost about 70% since the peak. And their market cap is still $1.3 billion for a company that has not delivered a vehicle as of yet. Then BYD, this is a Chinese company. They make a bunch of cars in China. They're a very large player. They make a ton of batteries. They make that Blade battery with the LFP chemistry. And their market cap is $100 billion. Warren Buffett was an early investor in BYD. And if you invested early in BYD, you can see the max here. Yeah, you did real well. I think Warren Buffett invested somewhere at like $1 or $2 a share. So he's, they're doing quite well. NIO is that other Chinese EV company. They're also down. They're hanging around $20 a share, and they're down on the year. And then getting to the solid-state batteries, this is QuantumScape. They're down 70% on the year. Market cap is still $6 billion. And then Solid Power, that's the other solid-state battery company. They don't have a market cap analysis on it. I don't know why, but they've also had a rough year. And lastly, Maxeon Solar Technologies. This is most likely, 99%. This is the panel manufacturer for the Aptera. And they are down about 70% over the last year. Here's November, the apex here. They were sitting around 25. Now they're at 11. Market cap is about 400 million. So we'll see how they do as the year goes on. Okay, so that's the roundup. It's been a really bad year for stocks overall, and especially for EV stocks. So hopefully things turn around soon and start getting better before Aptera goes IPO. Because in the current climate, I think an Aptera IPO would do very poorly. So I think Aptera is wise to wait. Hopefully they get to production, deliver a vehicle, and show that they can produce. And then by that time, hopefully the economic conditions have improved, and supply chains are better, inflation is under control, and overall the market is performing better because overall just all stocks are doing really poorly right now. All right, well, comments below. Are you guys thinking that this is the bottom and going to invest in any of these stocks, or you think it's headed down even further and we should wait out some more? Again, don't take any investment advice from me.